Your guide to the truth. TheNewAmericanMedia.com.
My thoughts on Carly Fiorina. Now, I don't agree with some of those policies either, and some of the hard-nosed stuff with Putin, and some of the... I'm not even talking policy here with Carly Fiorina. What I'm talking about is somebody that does the homework necessary to go out and at least be educated on the issue that they're going to be talking about. Carly Fiorina, she reminds me of Robert De Niro in Taxi Driver. Are you looking at me? Are you looking at me? Are you looking at me? I could see her in front of the mirror, mirror on the wall. I could see her practicing these speeches and her diction and her delivery and recording it and watching it and taking notes and then re-delivering it and then re-recording it and then taking more notes and studying the issues so that she knows them in and out. Now, I might not like her policies and I might not really like her all that much and I might not really trust her. But I'll tell you what, where she won with me was in the preparation. I literally think she spends hours in front of the camera/mirror practicing a rehearsed speech, and she is fantastic at doing that. Where Obama was fantastic at giving speeches as long as they were on teleprompters, I think Carly's really good at doing the background work necessary and taking that message to the American people. She actually comes off as presidential, whereas Hillary Clinton comes off as old, creepy, completely corrupt, and dangerous, and completely untrustworthy. Carly, not having the background of the Clinton dynasty behind her for several decades, and all the bodies from Vince Foster through Monica Lewinsky and the Clinton campaign, with all the donations they have. I just see Carly as somebody that at least would take the job seriously, is not currently as corrupt as Hillary Clinton, and certainly isn't going to be skipping the defense briefings like President Obama has been, thinking, I got it under control. Oh, you're generals in the military that don't believe in what I'm trying to put out as a message? Well, I'm not going to listen to your truth. I'm going to fire you. And that's what we've had for so long. I at least feel like Carly might examine the facts and make a choice in a thoughtful way, whether I agree with her decision or not. I feel like she's going to take it seriously. I guess that's where I'm saying my thoughts on Carly are.
I agree. She's tough. She's smart. She was a CEO of a major company, Hewlett Packard. So yeah, she's the real deal, and I'm sure she is very well rehearsed, and she would be qualified. And I would, if anything, I'd love to see her debate Hillary Clinton. That would be a dream.
That would be nice. See, yeah, I thought Donald Trump with Hillary would be fantastic. Fantastic, wonderful, maybe the best debate ever. The healthiest debate we've ever had as a country. I think it would be great for Trump, but I think it would be awesome for Carly Fiorina to debate as well. That would be so great against Hillary. Oh, you're going to play the pantsuit card with me? Oh, you're going to play the vagina card. All right, let's go vagina card. Let's talk about your husband. Let's talk about your bodies and your past. Let's talk about your corruption and your ethics and the Clinton cash and the kickbacks with Russia and all. Let's talk about it. I think either of those two would absolutely slice and dice Hillary Clinton to pieces and have her screaming, "What difference at this point does it make? This is my turn. They told me if Barack got it, I would be next. I can't lose it again. You can't make me lose again." I could see her like turning into like the Wicked Witch of the West and I'm melting. I
don't know. The evil is strong in that one. I mean, she held up to the Benghazi hearings for 11 hours and didn't crack. So that's a tough cookie right there. But I would love to see. I think Carly could definitely give her a run for her money. Yeah, maybe Trump or Ted Cruz or Rand Paul. Well, that'd be a little bit more polite. But yeah, I don't know who else would be able to go toe to toe with her.
Well, go back to Rand Paul. You said he won the debate. I steered you toward Carly, and I'm not even saying like I'm totally in Carly's camp and I'm supporting her. I wish I could do like that Build-A-Bear workshop or if it was like Lego pieces and I could just pick my favorite things that I like. I love Trump's fearlessness, and I love that he's independently wealthy and not controllable. I like Carson's diplomacy, his diplomatic ability to think through what he's saying and craft something, north of 80% of the time that's a well thought out concept. If I could bring all these guys together, and girl, I would love to build a perfect candidate, but there's not such a thing. There's no such perfect candidate lurking out there. And once again, it's kind of picking the lesser of two evils, perhaps. But like I said, I steered you away from Rand Paul. Give him his moment in the sun. List the reasons why you think he won the debate.
All right. Well, I think, he clearly stands out as far as when it comes to the Bill of Rights. When it comes to foreign policy, he's definitely the guy. He's the one guy who's really talking about auditing the Federal Reserve. We're getting rid of the IRS. Repealing Obamacare. There's so many, standing up against drones, where he had the filibuster. I mean, he is the real deal. He's far and away the best candidate up there, and I think he's got the best chance to win if he goes up against the Clinton, just because of his ability to, or because of the fact that he can get people to cross party lines. If it's Clinton, not every Democrat's going to go for Clinton. So if it came down to Paul and Clinton, I could see Democrats, switching, voting for Rand Paul over Clinton, especially when they hear him on the issues, or they can stay at home. But I think he's going to get the independent votes. I think he's that guy who can bring the parties together. So that's going to be where it's different. Let's just start right off with his opening statement. He's talking about, the question is, how do we keep America safe from terrorism? And he kind of throws Trump and Rubio under the bus. He says, Trump says we ought to close that internet thing. The question really is, what does he mean by that? Like they do in North Korea? Like they do in China? As Rubio says we should collect all Americans' records all of the time. Well, that goes into that project of the New American Century and all the neocons behind them. Sorry. I hope I'm not conflating these two here. My words versus Paul's here.
No, you're not conflating. Yeah. That's a nice segue and a nice little aside. By the way, you might want to connect these two dots. Now let's get back on track to our regularly scheduled programming. Go ahead, Blake.
Okay. He says, Rubio says we should collect all the Americans' records all the time. The Constitution says otherwise. I think they're both wrong. I think we defeat terrorism by showing them that we do not fear them. I think if we ban certain religions, if we censor the internet, I think that at that point the terrorists will have won. Regime change hasn't won. Toppling secular dictators in the Middle East has only led to the chaos and the rise of radical Islam. I think if we want to defeat terrorism, I think if we are sincere about defeating terrorism, we need to quit arming the allies of ISIS. If we want to defeat terrorism, the boots on the ground need to be Arab boots on the ground. And as Commander-in-Chief, I will do whatever it takes to defend America. But in defending America, we cannot lose what America stands for. Today is the Bill of Rights anniversary. I hope we will remember that and cherish that in the fight on terrorism. Of course, that was done on Tuesday. But, this is, very important issues, and that's where he separates himself from the rest of the pack, as well as talking about, not invading Syria. Of course, Ted Cruz is also there. Ted Cruz is very close, about, the second closest, even though he has a lot of things about his foreign policy that do frighten me and would give me some pause. I could vote for him. He's a very smart guy. But anyway, that's where we'll stop there for a moment, Brian, if you want to just the opening statement.
Well,
I started off very well.
Blake, I think right off the bat, it's wonderful that you went there, that you took those notes down, and you chose to lead with that. And I'm so glad I didn't steamroll over you and just steer us into Carly land, because I don't really care for her all that much. I just wanted to make that point. I completely 100% agree with you in the regard that Rand Paul blew me away with that. He clearly, if he didn't instantly win, he instantly became one of the top echelon performers of the evening, just with that line, with that phrase, with that little statement, with that opening remarks or whatever, in whatever.
Right.
Was that the opening remarks right there?
Yeah, it was the opening statement.
Yeah, I think he won the night right there. He at least went into any talk of who won has to include Rand Paul, because I am petrified the Kasich, the Rubio, the Bush, the Christie, the Trump, these guys are all George W. Bush when it comes to your Fourth Amendment. They're all you know what? And that's the thing, too. We got to put Carly in that group. I can't stand, and she likes to say, in the aftermath of 9/11, the NSA came to me and asked for help, and I willingly worked with them. I did whatever I could to make sure that we were helped. No, you were violating our Fourth Amendment rights against privacy. So I'm not saying I support Carly by any stretch. There are some unforgivable things that candidates can do and unforgivable positions they take. But I really thought Rand Paul expressed himself in the perfect way regarding our civil liberties and the ramifications of ignoring the constitutional provisions that protect us against the actions of government. It protects us from the abuses of our local and federal governments. And he won the night for me right there. He made it to that top group. I completely agree with you on that.